Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to the class again. We were discussing reaction mechanisms in square planar complexes. In this class, we will discuss trans effect. What is trans effect? The extent to which a ligand affects the bond trans to itself in a complex is termed as the trans effect. For example, take a model complex. Here, this is a square planar complex which I am representing in a different fashion, like a symbol which is kept vertical. It is a plus symbol kept vertical. Imagine like this. Now, here the X is the ligand and T is the ligand which is trans to it. Say for example, this is a square planar complex. Now, what is trans effect? The reactivity of X can be influenced by T. The reactivity of X can be influenced by T. So that is what is called a trans effect. Now, how this ligand, which is placed trans to X, will influence the reactivity of X is given by trans effect. Generally, when we want to replace this X ligand with another ligand Y in a square planar complex, it will not directly undergo substitution. It will follow a sequence of reactions, which I'll write it here. First, the complex is not disturbed. The complex is not disturbed. The X is there in its own place. T is also there in its own place. Now the difference is Y will generate a bond with the metal. Think that this is the metal center. Think that that is the metal center. So without disturbing the square planar geometry, Y will form a bond with the metal center. So it becomes a square pyramid. It becomes square pyramid. The structure becomes square pyramid. Now, this molecule will undergo a Berry pseudo rotation so that the structure now will be converted to trigonal bipyramid. The structure is converted from a square pyramid to trigonal bipyramid through a Berry pseudo rotation. So this T is there, but X will change its position. X will change its position. So this is T, this is X. Imagine these three ligands in the plane, one ligand above the plane, one ligand below the plane. So it is trigonal bipyramid shape. So before substituting X with Y first generates a bond with metal center. So square planar geometry is converted to square pyramid. Then this complex will undergo a Berry pseudo rotation so that X is rearranged to have a trigonal bipyramid shape. Trigonal bipyramid shape. Then again, Y will undergo pseudo Berry rotation because Y has to come to this place. Y has to come to this place because X has vacated this place. So a Berry pseudo rotation will occur again. Then this Y will occupy X place. Y will occupy X place. Of course, T is there, and X will also change its position so that it becomes easy for this molecule, for this ligand to leave from the complex. After Berry-Pseudo rotation, again the shape is converted to square pyramid. Again the shape is converted to square pyramid. Now finally this X will be leaving. Finally X will be leaving. When X leaves the complex, the resulting structure is square planar. When X leaves, the resulting structure is square planar. So this is how a square planar complex will involve in substitution reactions. The new ligand will come and form a bond with metal center, so its structure becomes a square pyramid. Then it undergoes a Berry-Pseudo rotation, so the structure becomes trigonal bipyramid. Again it will undergo a Berry-Pseudo rotation so that Y will come to X place. Then X is in a place to leave easily from the complex. Then structure is square pyramid. When X leaves, it becomes square planar. So when nucleophile Y attacks from either side of the either side of the plane, so when Y attacks, it forms a bond with central metal ion through pz orbital. So the geometry changes from square planar to square pyramid. Then a pseudo Berry rotation occurs, which will transform the shape into a trigonal bipyramidal shape. Now X departs from the complex, so finally the shape becomes square planar.
సార్ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదు సార్.
Now DsP2 hybridization for a square planar complex. D orbital is dx square y square orbital. P orbitals, the two p orbitals involved are px and py. The metal px orbital is directional and is shared by both ligands T and X. For example, if this is the px orbital, then both X and T ligands will share this orbital. If T forms a strong sigma bond, that means it is a strong sigma bond, then mx bond is weak. So because it is a strong, then what happens? It becomes weak. It becomes weak. Why? Because it is a strong bond, T takes most of the orbital. Then less orbital is available for X. So that is why mx bond is weak. So in these two bonds, if one bond is strong, one bond is weak. Now we are discussing about only sigma bond. Here metal and T are bind together through sigma bond. So this is called the effect of different ligands is given by sigma donor series. Here we are discussing only the sigma bond. If T forms a strong sigma bond, then X forms a weak sigma bond. So that is how T will influence X. If T is a strong bond, a stable bond, then X will have weak bond. Because it is weak, we can easily replace X ligand. So that is how T will influence X. Now, the influence of ligands which are at transposition is given by sigma donor series. That means these ligands, when they are placed at trans to another ligand which is leaving, it will form a strong sigma bond with metal. So it is a strong sigma donor. Then PR3, then SCN minus, then I minus, then CH3 minus. Both are same. CH3 minus, CO, CN minus. All these complex ligands will form same strength of sigma bonds. Then Cl minus, then ammonia, and least one is OH minus. So this is called sigma donor series. When these ligands, for example, in a metal, Cl and Br are there, because Cl is weaker ligand than Br. Br, this bond is strong, this bond is weak. So Cl can be replaced very easily, because so Cl easily involves in substitution reaction. Why? Because it is a weak bond. So the first way of influencing the reactivity is through forming strong sigma bonds, so that the trans bond will become weak. The second way is carbon monoxide and cyanide are not strong sigma donors. In this, they are not strong sigma donors, but yet they strongly accelerate the substitution reaction. This is explained by pi accepting abilities. Both CO and Cn minus have good pi accepting abilities. That means they have empty pi star orbitals. These ligands are having empty pi star orbitals. Then metal can easily donate its extra electron charge to the empty pi star orbitals. So this is what is called pi accepting ability. When they have pi accepting ability, that means back bonding, they withdraw more electrons from the metal, so that initially they will form a sigma bond with the metal, and because of back bonding, that means pi accepting ability, it generates a double bond. As we know, double bond is more stronger than single bond. These ligands will form even strong bonds with the metal, so that the ligands which are trans to them will become weak. So thereby withdraws electrons effectively from the metal and causes the weakening of the bond trans to them. So this is given by pi accepting series. C2H2, ethylene, carbon monoxide are strong pi accepting ligands, then cyanide ion, nitrate ion, SCN minus, I minus, Br minus, Cl minus, ammonia, and finally OH minus. That means if any of these ligands are there in a metal, then this bond is very, very strong because it gets back extra electron charge from the metal through back bonding. So it generates a double bond. When it forms a double bond with metal, the bond becomes strong. When this bond is strong, the other bond, that means a bond trans to it, it will become weak. So because this bond is weak, we can easily substitute this ligand with another ligand. So that is how they will influence the rate of the reactions in substitution reactions. So the first point is ligands which are capable of forming strong sigma bond will weaken the bond trans to it, so that they will make the ligand which is placed trans to it to easily involve in the reaction. The second point is ligands which are capable of forming strong pi bonds, or which we can say form ligands with strong pi accepting abilities, they will form strong bond with metal, so that they will make the bond trans to it weak. When the bond trans to it is weak, then we can easily substitute this ligand with another ligand. But in reality, both sigma donor series and pi donor series contribute both will contribute to the overall reactivity in the trans effect series. Here we have considered only pi accepting ability. Here we are considering only sigma bond formation capability. But in reality, both factors will contribute to the trans effect series. So the overall reactivity is given by Cn minus CO, NO, C2H2. All these ligands are very strong, will form very strong bond with metal. So the ligands which are trans to these ligands, they can be easily replaced with other ligands. So the series continues like this. CH3 minus, PH minus, thiourea, dialkyl sulfide, SO3H minus, NO2 minus, I minus, SCN minus. All these three ligands will have the same capability. Br minus, Cl minus, pyridine, amines, and ammonia. And finally, OH minus and H2O. Please don't confuse with pi accepting series, trans-directing series. With spectrochemical series. Spectrochemical series is different. Trans ligand series is different.